Hello everyone, I'm Sebastian Y, and this is Foundations of Economics. In this video, I'm going to go through a few exercises on comparative statics. Throughout these exercises, we're going to think about the market for hamburgers, and then for each of those, go through the comparative statics process by identifying which curves shift, which direction, and the reason for that, and then we're going to draw this out to figure out what will be the overall effects on the equilibrium. First question asks us, suppose the price of beef, which is the main ingredient in hamburgers, decreases. Before we get started, let's label up our graph with price and quantity, sketch in a demand curve, sketch in a supply curve. Beef is an ingredient of hamburgers, so that's an input. That means that a change in the price of that is going to affect our supply curve. Which direction? Well, it's a decrease in the input price, so supply is going to shift to the right. We'll draw that in and take a look at what happened to our equilibrium. We can see here that our equilibrium quantity increases and price decreases. Moving on to the next one, I've gone ahead and drawn in our curves. Suppose the price of hot dogs increases. Hot dogs don't have anything to do with the production of hamburgers, so supply is probably unaffected, but consumers who might be interested in hot dogs are also interested in hamburgers, so that is probably going to be a demand side increase. Now, what's the relationship between hot dogs and hamburgers? They're both things you can eat, so they're probably substitutes. If the price of hot dogs increases, then people will buy less hot dogs and instead they'll buy more hamburgers. So this sounds like a demand shift to the right. Let's draw that in. We can now see what happens to our equilibrium. We can see here that our equilibrium price and quantity have both increased. For the last one, I've again gone ahead and sketched the supply and demand curves. Suppose several new hamburger restaurants open. This is going to be a change in the number of sellers, so that's going to affect our supply curve. When we get new sellers, that's going to shift supply to the right. At the same time, an advertising campaign promoting hamburgers runs on TV. That's going to change the taste for hamburgers. That's going to affect demand. And advertising is generally going to increase the demand for the product, so that's going to be, again, a shift to the right. Let's draw these in. Supply shifts to the right. Demand shifts to the right as well. Our original equilibrium was right here, and our new one is over here. Since supply and demand shifting to the right both increase quantity, quantity has unambiguously increased. We went from here, over to here, over to here. But for price, these two effects are fighting against each other. The supply shift to the right decreases the price, demand shift to the right increases the price. Which one is going to win out? The way that I just drew this arbitrarily, it looks like the price increased slightly, but that does not need to be the case. We don't know what is going to be the net effect on price. So here we say that the quantity increased, price change ambiguous. That's all there is to this one. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching.